Thank you, Andy. And now I would like to welcome Sean Ishanu to the podium. Sean was part of the Global MBA class and is receiving his degree today. When Sean first came to the Carey Business School, he told us that he chose our school because of the learning environment we provide and the diversity of our students. Sean would like to share some of his experiences as a student with us. Sean? Dean Ferrari, Vice Dean Fan, Mr. Sharp, honored faculty, fellow students, and guests. It is an honor to be here today. I want to thank the administration, as well as my peers, for allowing me the privilege of addressing this extraordinary class of 2014. Many of us thought this day would never come. Many of us remember the day that we walked through the doors of the impressive Legg Mason building, overlooking Baltimore's beautiful Inner Harbor, or the pristine Rockwell campus, and located in a major corridor of the biotech industry, or the DC campus, with its great proximity to K Street, the White House, and Capitol Hill. It was the start of our MBA journey, filled with challenges, opportunities, hope, and anticipation for what was to come. Our business school education at Johns Hopkins was different. The Carey class of 2014 is not your typical group of students. We are unique. We chose to shape legacy. We chose to design an experience. We set a culture. We were not defined by the school we went to. We defined the school. Carey Business School's class of 2014 is filled with visionaries, entrepreneurs, leaders, thinkers, problem solvers, poets, and scholars. Soon, we will walk through the Carey doors and into a world that is filled with business and social challenges, uncertainties, and opportunities. At Hopkins, we have been granted an opportunity to be a part of one of the best institutions in the world. And with this privilege comes a great burden. This burden is to use the skills and knowledge that we have acquired throughout our time here at Carey to unify the organizations, communities, and nations we are a part of. When I was making the difficult decision to go to business school, I asked my mentor, what should I do? He looked at me and said, Sean, do you want to spend the rest of your life doing things to people or doing things for people? That statement made the decision easy. I chose the Carey Business School because it was clear to me that my values aligned well with those of the institution. The mantra, business with humanity in mind, was pervasive throughout the school. And it became clear to me that it was not just about spreadsheets, derivatives, bonds, revenues, and profits. It was deeper than that. It was about the people behind those instruments that make the wheel turn. We simply learned the tools to work. But behind every case study, cold call, paper, group meeting, presentation, and lecture, the common theme that wove our business school education together was the importance of people and real human interactions. I identified with the global mission of the school. The global culture that I was exposed to was everywhere. I have met some of the smartest people I will ever meet in my life in this institution from all corners of the world. If I might, on a personal note, my mother is Vietnamese and my father is Taiwanese. And interestingly enough, I speak neither language. I have grown up in the American culture. In many ways, I'm a product of the new generation, the most intertwined and connected generation in the history of humankind. Our generation is defined by our actions, not our race, class, religion, or gender. It was critical that we immersed ourselves in this environment at Carey that mirrors the business environment that we will enter into. We saw within the walls at Carey that different cultures and people can exist. We had the rare opportunity to experience international work as part of our curriculum, and we saw the impact that we can have in the global community. No longer do language, borders, currency, or culture prevent us from interacting and doing business with each other. Those things are mere political constructs that act as dividers instead of unifiers. Class of 2014, I challenge you to use the business tools that we've been given to continue changing, integrating, and making impacts in the organizations you join, in your communities, in your countries, and in the world. No one likes to say goodbye, so instead, I'll say, until I see you in the boardrooms of Wall Street, helping to lead the world financial industry into a better place, on the floor of the United Nations advocating change for gender equality in the Middle East, leading global organizations in the skyscrapers of Beijing and Shanghai, consulting for startups to help rural populations gain clean water access in sub-Saharan Africa, changing healthcare policy in India to make it more accessible to common citizens, or on the cover of Forbes magazine. Good luck to you. I can't wait to hear about our many successes and the change we will make. Congratulations, class of 2014.